Hey, can you guys hear that? Right. It is streaming time. Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and welcome to 2017, first of all. And second of all, welcome to SQH Streams Part 2 of Beneath a Steel Sky. Definitely one of my favorite games of all time, as I said in the previous stream. If you watched that, some of you did. Very nice of you. I wish I had my original Steel Sky box to show you, but it's gone. It fucked off somewhere. I don't know. I was gonna have this nice shelf with all of my games. You know, all the game boxes I've collected over the years. I mean, I still have the first game box I ever bought. That was Day of the Tentacle. Showed that in one of my video reviews. But most of them seem to have mysteriously vanished, including, sadly, Beneath the Steel Sky. I'm sure it'll turn up. I mean, it's not like anyone would throw out old game boxes. Weird, anyway. Wait, is the game talking to me? No, it's not. Oh, it's just, wait, I'm getting an echo. Oh, god damn it. Twitch is actually echoing in my ear. Can you stop doing that, please? That's really annoying. Where's that fucking video setting? Video preview. Could you shut up for a minute, please? Thank you. How's that? Oh, fantastic. Alright, so we have got the chat room going. Hi, chat room. I have muted the audio for the game, but I will fix that in a second. Because, well, as you will recall from our previous episode, I might actually just switch to the game here. As you might recall from our previous episode, we find ourselves at ground level, which is where we wanted to go all this time. I'm gonna put my headphones on now. And turn on the game audio. Here we go. Move you in for a closer look, Mr. Microphone. Right. Turn settings important. Right, we're at ground level, the place we always wanted to go. You know, the second we got here was just like ground level, gotta get to ground level. Do you know how to get to ground level? Does anyone know how to get to ground level? Let's go to ground level. So now we're actually at ground level. Joey was so excited he fucking threw himself off a walkway, and now a dog appears. We will get to the dog in just a second, but first let's bring every bit of excitement there might be towards having reached ground level down a notch by talking to this asshole.
What's the best way out of the city? There isn't a way out.
Boom!
Then the inhabitants are no better than prisoners.
And the game just shoots you down
That's
like that.
the price of progress.
Just like, there is no way out of this. You have done all this. We are over halfway through the game now, and the game just flat out tells you, there is no way out of the city. Ha 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 ha. So, excellent. Good on you. So now, I mean, my next question as Foster would be, okay, now, what am I supposed to fucking do now? But anyway, let's just ask him about the woman with the dog instead.
Do you know the woman with the dog? Oh, yes. That's Mrs. Piermont.
Stay hydrated, people.
The richest woman in Union City. And the ugliest.
I mean, normally that would be a crass remark, but he has a point.
What's through that door?
Mystery.
It's off limits to the likes of you.
Yes.
I just wondered where it leads. It's the old cathedral. There's nothing interesting in there. In fact, it's empty.
He says that with such a flourish. Empty. Yes, I do realize that the audio or the music is very loud, and I will turn that down in just a tick when we're done talking to this asshole here.
Why guard an empty cathedral? I'm not guarding it exactly.
I'm just standing
I'm just
here.
standing here. Preventing me from entering. Yes.
Voice acting is so good.
Never
in this
mind.
Game. Never fucking mind. I will turn Mr. Music down a notch. Because Jesus Christ. Right. We already got Joey's circuit board. There we go. Circuits on this board contain Joey's unique personalities. I always wondered why they never voiced the inventory lines and why they disappear so quickly. Look at this. I click on this. This light bulb is standard. Whoop! Oh, sorry, didn't have time to read that. So, before we have a chat with Piermont, wait, let me just set the speed up for a bit as well. All the settings have gone back to... This slider is so finicky. Look at this. Do. There we go. Some speed. Right. Let's just have a little explore-rooney. Now this door will open on its own at some point, and I'm actually... Yeah, you know, I'm gonna show you the trial section. For those of you who haven't played it, this door will open, and then a weird trial like an actual court trial sequence appears. That's completely optional. That you can just skip if you want. But it's fun, and there's a lot of different paths through it. Even though it accomplishes absolutely nothing, it's just something apparently Revolution thought would be fun to put in, and it is fun, and I will do it when the door opens. This asshole won't let me into the club, although I'm going to try.
Hold it. Your membership card, please. I don't have one. This is a private club. Oh, I didn't know that. You do now. Peace off.
Yes. Wow, everyone is so warm and welcoming in Union City. How do I join the club? We'll probably have to ask
How do I join the club? You have to be sponsored by an existing member. It's a most exclusive establishment, frequented only by those with the proper credentials. You mean people with money? No, people with credit. There's a world of difference. People with money think they can afford not to care.
This guy's
People
really
with
philosophical.
Credit, no, they can't, but don't care anyway.
I never understood what the fuck that means, but, alright.
Do you know anyone who'd sponsor me?
How about the lady
what
walking
about old widow Piermont?
around with the dog?
She used to come here, years ago. If you chatted her up, she might sponsor you.
Yes, but she
I
won't.
don't know Mrs. Piermont personally. Oh, you must have seen her with her dog. Mrs. Piermont is the one with 2 legs.
Thank you. And, of course, I would be remiss not to ask him about his brightly red-colored shoes, because this is one of my favorite lines in the entire game.
Smart shoes. Oh, thanks. You can tell a lot from a man's shoes.
This is philosophical, ladies
The
and gentlemen.
design tells you what kind of man he is. The way he cares for them tells you where he's going. And what he's trodden in tells you where he's been.
I want a t-shirt with that on it.
See you later.
Don't really care what goes on in the club because we frankly don't have a reason to get inside the club. But I'm just gonna get ahead of myself here and examine this.
The door has an old-fashioned lock on it.
Yes, and the lock.
It's an old
Pixel hunting, by the way.
lock.
This, I mean, I was stuck on this for days when I played this game for the first time because you can easily, I mean, the door is this huge object. The lock doesn't actually appear until you've looked at the door, and then it's just this tiny little, guys, really. Anyway, let's just fucking break in here. This puzzle really had me stumped for
It's an
years
old
and
trick,
years.
but it still works.
And there's no actual reason to break into this other than to, go to this screen and pick up
They're
secateurs.
for cutting and pruning plants.
Could just call them big scissors, but fuck it. All right, we'll pick up the secateurs. Where did you go? Hello? Hello? There you are. Thank you. Excuse me. And if you've noticed, every time you walk upstairs in this game, I know that's like a trivial thing, but they've actually taken great pains to animate Foster walking up and down stairs and actually walking on stairs. I remember playing Day of the Tentacle, and the characters would just sort of glide up the stairs, like, their feet would be on 2 different steps at one point. But check this out. They actually animated him walking down the steps. All right, now the animation speed is a bit fast, but he actually
Why
steps
did I
on the
waste my
steps.
time doing that? Being in this city must be cracking me up.
I suppose I might be a little too infatuated with this, but it's the tiny details, people. Who am I talking to? There's nobody here.
It's an old map, but it means nothing to me.
There is nothing else to do on this screen, in fact. It says Museum Station, and that will become kind of a, oh, really, moment later when we finally get underground and encounter, well, not actually this brickwork, but anyway. We have to get underground, people. We have to get deeper, deeper underground, and the first person to actually start singing that song will be forcibly ejected from the premises. Now, we've actually read a document in the last episode that proves that we are, in fact, Robert Overman and not Robert Foster, and holy shit, I think the music just kicked in again. Mr. Music, if you would please. Thank you. Piermont!
Excuse me.
Let's see if the pathfinding can work this out, because the dog is in front of me, Mrs. Piermont is just standing there, none of these sprites know where to go, and no, the game just gave me back the controls, because...
Excuse me.
Oh, dude. The pathfinding in this game is horrendous. Piermont! Hello? You there? No? Well, we have to free her from her trance somehow. Move! God damn it! Do something! Anything! Maybe if I leave the screen, her sprite will become unfrozen. Should have talked to her when I had the chance. No, shit. Well, this is a virtual theater system. She does, I mean, the sprite, the character in the game has her own schedule. She just walks around the lake with her dog, and now she's fucking broken. The sprite can't move. Because it's in front of it. I can't even exit to the right here. Did I manage to break the fucking game? Are you serious? I shit you not, I have played this game for close to 20 years of my life. This has never happened. I mean, the pathfinding is horrendous, because they can only walk in, you know, straight lines like that. And every time they go up against each other, they can't walk through each other, so they have to wait for the other person to move. It's a little hilarious. This is not hilarious. The game fucking up and broke on me. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Maybe, just maybe, if we switch floors, she'll become unstuck. I don't think so, because the whole point of the virtual theater system is that the characters will move independently of where you are on screen. So the screens down below are still, you know, alive, if you will. This probably didn't solve a thing. I'll probably have to reload a game. And she's still fucking stuck! Jesus Christ, zombie lady, would you fucking move? Right, I'll just restore my game. This is so fucking weird. There she goes. Alright, so let's just quickly get this dude out of the way. We'll just fast forward through this dialogue.
Hold it. I don't have this. Oh, you do.
How do the game doesn't know that I need to be a member yet.
No, people.
Triggers and everything.
Do you know I don't know you, Mrs.
He's the one with two legs. Thank you. Now, where'd you go? There we are. There she is.
Excuse me.
Ah, finally. And of course the music.
Hello, darling.
Jesus.
I don't believe we've met.
Got you down there. There we go.
I'm a stranger here.
I'm Mrs. Piermont.
He almost needed a cigarette at the corner of his mouth when he said that.
Me Danielle.
I don't think I will. Thank you. Good stuff. It's just flat out, just come out and say, would you sponsor me for the club? Now, I'm just gonna do this the right way. Do you know someone
called Overman?
You can ask every character in the game, and they will always invariably say no, but she says yes.
Professor Piermont.
And the first time I did that, I was like, oh, she probably doesn't know Overman. She fucking knows Overman!
I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. Overman's only son died in an accident.
Yes, but we have read a document.
No accident, Mrs. Piermont. It was deliberate sabotage by security.
Those bastards!
My mother was killed, but I survived. And I've read a document which proves it.
Well,
incredible!
That just
Your
cinches
mother was
it.
a great friend.
All you have to do is say, I've read a document that proves
I
it,
can
and
help
she
you.
is all on board. Right. Would you sponsor me for the club? Incidentally, I don't really quite know why, but
Would you sponsor me for the club?
I mean,
If you're really
bored,
Robert
I guess.
Overman, I'll sponsor you. But
Well,
I
let's just-
don't want to
let's just
visit
go to the club.
I'll call the manager from my apartment.
And it is exposition time in just a second. I wonder if I should have a chat with these distinguished gentlemen first,
Spunky.
because that kind of furthers the plot. In you go.
Oh, come to mommy, Spunky.
It's like his trigger phrase. Yes, I will. Poor fucking dog. Alright, these guys actually do further the plot a bit. The boy, not necessarily, but this dude, the gardener, who, by the way, is the only character in the game with an Australian accent. The game takes place in Australia, which is not explicitly stated anywhere in the game, but it does. So,
Excuse me.
I just think that's funny. He has the
Smart
longest
floral
idle
display.
animation
Are they real?
ever.
What do you think? They look kind of shiny.
Naturally. I've just varnished them. Do you paint the flowers too? This is Union City, not Wonderland. You obviously know nothing about
Obviously.
plants.
Why would you varnish plants? Well, basically, just to ruin the suspense for anyone who doesn't know, this guy's undercover for a rival corporation, and he's shit at it. He decided to be a gardener and just sits there tending plastic plants all day.
Won't the varnish harm the plants?
Au contraire, Clever Dick. It filters out the crap in the atmosphere.
He has no idea what he's doing.
What are you doing to that plant?
I'm modelling a living sculpture. It's called topiary, and it's an art form.
Thank you, Discovery Channel.
What are those blue flowers called?
They're dandelions. Don't touch them,
They're pretty. But why can't I touch them?
because if you do, you'll wet your bed.
I haven't done that for months.
That line of dialogue, or that entire exchange of dialogue is just like, what in the fuck? Alright, cool.
See you later.
Of course he's lying through his teeth, so let's just ask the boy if he
Hello.
knows what
Who
color
are you?
dandelions are.
My name's Vincent. What's yours?
He's
I'm
got a
Robert.
great voice, by the
You
way.
can call me Rob.
The list of games that he rattles on, or off, it's quaint these days, but it was just, it cracked me up. Let's just go with that. Before we do anything else.
What's that you're playing with?
It's my handheld games console.
He rattles
Neat.
off a list of
What's the
games that
game?
he's playing on it.
It's called Fleecy the Lamb.
Yeah, that's the one.
That sounds nice. What's the objective?
Torch the mutant psychos with your flamethrower and stop Donta Mantis from butchering the orphans.
But that's horrible.
Yeah, I've played better.
This was like I mean, this is back in the 90s when we were still, 1994 this game is from, which was around the time when, Mortal Kombat and Doom and all this shit was coming out, and people were getting, the same thing that happened to Dungeons & Dragons in the 80s happened to computer games in the 90s, where they thought that computer games were rotting the imaginations of, children and youngsters and easily impressionable people, and so having a game called Fleecy the Lamb, which is about torching mutant psychos, was funny, and still is. What other games have you got?
Not many, 'cause they're too expensive. They're smuggled into the city from Hobart. I've got Nobby, the platform game, Onan the Barbarian, and Revenge of the Deadly Dandelions.
Dandelions? What color are they?
Foster's
Yeah,
just a
of
random guy
course.
walking up
Everyone knows
asking
that.
weird questions.
The gardener told me they were blue.
He's full of it.
He's mad. He's not a real gardener.
Alrighty, Heidi. Don't want to ask about the school, because his
Don't
tutor
wear out
broke
your
down,
thumbs.
and he reprogrammed it to play video games. Alright, Gardner, you are full of
Excuse me.
shits. Onan the Barbarian. Did anyone catch that? One of the games was Onan the Barbarian. Right.
You told me dandelions were blue.
You're full of it!
Did I? Well, what of it?
This boy assures me they're yellow.
I wouldn't know, because I live in a fucking
Smart-assed
desert.
little brat. All right, you got me sussed. I haven't had any formal training.
There's
but I've
formal
always
training
dreamed
for
of
being a
being a
gardener of
gardener.
plastic plants?
I love 'em. Every little shrub and
He
succulent.
gets all fucking misty-eyed
Those
now.
dainty blossoms, waving their little stamens in the breeze.
Settle
All
down,
right,
please.
Get the point.
Lock the table,
You
too.
won't report me, will you?
Why should I do that?
Ix? Alright, so we've got that. Shit, I need to get him to talk.
Excuse me.
Like, what is he really doing? No,
See you later.
Shit. Wait, what's the correct order of doing this? Well, let's just see, first of all, let's just get into the club. Let's start with that. Right.
It's the call button for an apartment.
And then I'll find out, because there's one of the devastating realizations is coming up, something awful is going on, and this guy knows about it, but it's not been triggered in the game yet, and I'm kind of drawing a blank as to what the correct order of approach is, so let's just solve the puzzle that we already have solved, and get some more exposition going from Mrs. Piermont. But first, let's have a little fun with her.
Hello. Who is this?
God.
Security, open up.
Mrs. Piermont is not at home. Mrs. Piermont is not at home.
For some reason, they fucked up the speech on that one. Please go away. The line was never recorded, or anyway, I actually think it's funnier if he just repeats the same phrase twice. Just Mrs. Piermont is not at home. Go away.
It's the dog warden.
What are you talking about?
I've had complaints about your dog. He's a health risk, madam.
I'm not opening the door, so go away.
Alright, fair enough. Let's
Hello.
pretend to be a pizza
Who
delivery
is
dude.
this?
There's one of those in there. Yep, your pizza,
Your
madam.
pizza, madam.
What kind of pizza?
Quattro formaggi with olives and chilies.
My favorite.
That was lucky.
But I'm on a diet.
God damn it. Alright, it's me, Robert.
Hello. Who is this?
And they've added a line in that when I say it's me, Robert, I get let in, of course. That's what you're supposed to do. I've been scared cranky, or I've been scared silly by cranky
me,
visitors. Like,
Come right in,
the whole
Rob.
world has just shown up on her.
I've been
Heather.
scared silly by cranky visitors.
That line's only there if you've picked every other option before. Right, I think it's impressive.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert.
Jesus, pack it in, Mr. Soundtrack. Apparently I have to do that every time the tune changes.
You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have.
Well, since this is the
You must
exposition
have
part
so
of the game,
many questions to ask.
I'm just
me.
going to have a drink.
Yes, I have.
Stay hydrated. So sit back, relax, and let Mrs. Exposition do her thing.
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
Now, Link, of course, is the big, bad, evil supercomputer that runs the city and makes everyone crazy and talk weird. And I don't just mean the accents, I mean, like, behave weirdly, like the dude standing guard in front of an empty cathedral and all this stuff. And Mr. Cool outside of Burke's surgery. So, this lady's husband was the original designer of it, and our father worked with him to bring about this trail of misery. Good on us.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born.
Oh, goody.
From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope.
I don't know why she
But
said,
wasn't
but she
the
did her
same
best to
after
cope.
Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart.
bastard.
Eventually, she decided to return home.
And you don't
So
do
the
that
bastards
once you
had her
live.
killed.
Because cities
You're
equal
overruled,
corporations
Robert.
in this game. So
Would you
if
like
you came
some
from Hobart, the
paracetamol?
rival corporation, and
I
you
don't
moved
want
here,
analgesic. I want
you're
answers.
already on thin ground. So if you decide to defect and fuck off back to where you came from, they don't take kindly to that shit. So we've been hearing a bit about Union City and Hobart throughout the game, and this is where it kind of clinches. Our mom is from the rival corporation. She met the designer of the computer that's making everybody loopy of this city, and when she tried to escape in a stolen chopper, she got shot down over the gap. She was killed, we survived, got picked up by the Gap people, learned how to kill dinosaurs with spears, because apparently there are dinosaurs again. Did you watch the intro? And now we're here conversing with this asshole, and I do mean she's an asshole. I'm not just being sexist. Actually, I don't mean to be sexist at all, but she is genuinely an asshole, and we will see why in just a second.
Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral.
This bit.
What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside than up came his breakfast.
Who the hell is Spunky?
My dog, of course. Now, where was I?
I've actually never
Well,
heard
when
that line
I
before.
got
That's because I
back,
haven't
they
looked
were
at the
all
dog or
gone.
talked to her outside.
Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
Ah, so you learn something new every day. See, if you don't ask her what the dog's name is, or if you haven't heard the dog's name yet, actually put in that line. That's the first time in 20 years I've ever heard that line spoken. Who the hell is Spunky? Good on me. Cheers to that.
Why didn't you want to visit the club?
The memories are too painful.
I don't know why I asked
Did you
her
go there
that,
with the professor?
Yes.
because that doesn't
We
actually
met
really
in a club.
have any impact
Oh,
on the
he
plot
was
whatsoever.
a handsome young graduate. And I was a flower in my first bloom. He plucked me from the garden of innocence.
I see what you mean. The memories are painful.
All right, let's get
Are
the
you
show
going to
on the
sponsor
road.
me now?
If that's what you want.
All right.
I'll
Very,
telephone
very
the
cold here,
manager
by the way, and
make
it just
the
I was out for a
arrangements.
walk, and
This won't take
you don't
a
want to do that.
moment.
It gives you these sniffles. What in the fuck is she
that
wearing,
Mr.
by the way?
Boston? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
And that will go on for quite a while. And meanwhile, let's just annoy the dog. Because Revolution Software has something against animals, but dogs in particular. There's always some animal cruelty going on in their games. We did pick up the video cassette of Pussies on Parade from Lamb's apartment. I know what you might think about Lamb, but it's really a video of cats. Honestly. There we go. Dirty Miss. It's a little kitty. Yes. And now the dog goes apeshit. She doesn't care, and I can look in the dog bowl. For
It's
again,
full of
reasons that
biscuits and
would
dog
baffle
food.
anyone. But looking at it brings up the icon dog biscuits
Little
icon.
crunchy doggy snacks.
And we need those for reasons we're not entirely clear on at the moment, and then we just fucking up and leave. Having done that, I think it is time to go have a chat with Anita and see if she's still around. Because there is something that's supposed to trigger the plot moving forward. And I think it's going to see how she's doing up at the reactor. And then when you get back, stuff will have happened. If not, this is a pointless excursion that I would normally cut out of an episode. No instant travel in this game. You walk all the way. Luckily, Foster has good shoes. Also, I'm not gonna turn down the music just now. Oh, she's still here. I sound so disappointed, but
I've got the Schriebman port.
Brilliant. How did you manage that?
I had to trade with the doctor.
I hope he didn't rip you off.
No comment.
he
See
might
you
later. Alright, so that's not the sequence of events yet. Excuse me. Dum-de-dum. Fucker. You stay right there. I'll come back for you, never. Alright, so let's get back down to ground level and... Well, there is one more thing we can do. Again, not entirely clear on the sequence of events, and I keep saying that phrase as if it'll become more meaningful the more times I repeat it. However, we can distract Gardypoo here from, you know, guarding the empty cathedral. I'm gonna save my game for this because it involves hockey time. Yes. Just gonna casually play with the dog by putting dog biscuits on this pivot. And then just quietly stand back and wait for Doggy Poo to arrive. Actually, no, I'm gonna go look for him. Because Piermont should have come out of her apartment by now. Yep, there she is. And she is taking the long way around, isn't she? Yes, Doggy Poo is going down here. In the meantime, let's just see if Eduardo,
Excuse
the
me.
gardener, has anything to add. No, he does not.
See you later.
Anything interesting going on in the link terminal? No, I happen to know for a fact there isn't. Should not do that. It's me. Any minute now, something interesting will happen. Here we go. Now again, this is kind of cruel. They're having a nice little conversation. Doggy Poo wants his snacks, so why don't we just let him have his snacks? Whee!
What was that?
Big old belly flop too.
Where has Spunky gone? Officer Blunt, come and help me, quickly.
He was quite blunt, actually. So that's him distracted. But, you know, we can still have a chat with them. They're not going anywhere.
Did you see the dog fall in?
It's my job to be observant,
Ah!
to memorize every moment in minute
There
detail.
might be a slight
So
problem
how
with
did
this
the dog
right
get in
there.
the lake?
That's obvious. Either he was blown by a freak gust of wind, or else it was a suicide bid.
And now he's just floating on... Okay, there he goes.
Oh, Robbie, can you help?
I
What's the
could,
problem?
but
Poor
won't.
Spunky's in the lake.
He looks as if he's enjoying it.
He hates water.
He'll stop paddling when he's tired.
He'll stop paddling when he's tired.
But then he'll sink. You men are useless.
It's only a dog, love.
I shall report you, Blunt. And don't call me that.
Alrighty, Heidi. Let's go and... That was fun. But
Just for a second, you scared me. But you're only dummies.
actually, they are kind of creepy. So let's go and see what the hell is up. Why would someone fill a cathedral full of dummies? And why do they
not
suspiciously
human.
look like
Someone's
someone
been
we have
making
met
androids.
already?
They must have switches to activate them somewhere.
Yes, and let's
Damned
not
if
go
I'm gonna
look...
look for them, though.
Exactly, let's not look for that. But these all look suspiciously like the dude that was hanging out outside Burke's surgery, and something tells me they've been keeping an eye on us. And I think this is one.
A ventilation shaft.
This is one screen that's
Better
always
keep
puzzled
away
me.
from the edge, or I'll get sucked off.
Not what you're thinking. This screen kind of puzzled me because there is actually absolutely nothing to do here. It's very pretty, and there's this little effect, this little misty effect going on here. There's nothing to click on. Not a single thing. You can walk around for a little bit and then just leave. Very nice, though. But down here is where the true horror unfolds. The game just goes completely silent. Hello.
You don't look so healthy. You should get out in the sunshine.
Bit flippant, I think. Let's examine
His
him.
skin is cold, like plastic.
Why are people keeping dead bodies in the fucking cathedral? Well, I
This
suppose
place
that's where you
is
keep them.
spooky.
It is.
His skin is cold, like plastic.
And let's leave the middle locker for later.
He doesn't have any eyelashes.
Who are these people, by the way? These are... I mean, these look like androids. These look like the Mr. Cool androids. And, I don't know, failed experiments, or...
Yo, that's horrible.
And if you try and pick it up...
I don't think a severed head would be any use.
Now, see, he obviously hasn't been strapped for a football. There's nothing in the cabinet. Alright, let's do it.
Oh no, not her. Not Anita.
And we were just up to see her, remember? So...
She appears to have been exposed to radiation. Her skin is burnt and blistered.
someone offed Anita. Bastards! Right, let's go avenge her death and not close the lockers. So, actually something that I never really thought of was that the other people in the lockers are all androids. That never really occurred to me until just now. I don't know why. It's quite obvious. And scary, and spooky. Failed experiments, who knows. But someone killed Anita and shoved her in the middle locker. And we want answers, damn it. Also, Blunt and Piermont fucked off, so that means that they're all good to go. So now, we can go to the factory level and see if... Oh, our would-be romantic interest, except we never got farther than learning her fucking name, has left anything of use behind. So yes, the game just upped the creep factor for a bit. Not that we mind, it was time for the plot to get moving. This asshole doesn't know anything. And yep, I am going to turn down the music. What? The dude's dialogue was just hanging in the air. What the fuck is up with this copy of the game? Seriously, this has never happened. Was that because I left him and then his dialogue didn't clear? What? This kind of takes away from the, you know, seriousness of everything. But yes, Anita has completely vanished. Let's have a look at her console. Her console is...
I feel an overwhelming urge to open these lockers.
I just missed, actually. The console doesn't do anything. Let's have a look in the lockers. There's a rat suit. What do you mean? This suit is totally rat. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Easter egg. Well, it's not technically an Easter egg, but remember when we got searched by the dude in the adjoining screen? That smart jumper, and it's just Foster just goes, yeah, I've had it since I was a kid, or something like that. Anyway, we finally get to see the jumper, and it's a teddy bear. So anyway, let's go check out what Anita was working on before she got shoved in the reactor. Open reactor door! Kill everyone! The music is still buoyant and bubbly and...
It's an ID card, minus the security logo.
Someone we know, I guess. Yep, it's Anita's card. Plastic card bears the holographic image of Anita. Now, why someone shoved her in the reactor core and then left her card behind, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they obviously somehow dragged her all the way to ground level and shoved her in a locker in the space of very, very few minutes, incidentally, at least in game time. And why we don't know
The
yet.
power in those things gives me the willies.
Actually, I'm wondering what happens if I try to leave with the suit on. I've never tried that.
Don't wear that suit out here.
Ah,
It's probably contaminated.
we just get turned around. Actually, did I remember to close the reactor door? I don't think I did. Oh, it closes on its own. Very nice. Which is actually kind of disconcerting. I mean, you can't run out of time while you're inside the reactor. It's not like the door is going to close on you. But just open the reactor door, walk in, pick up ID card, leave, watch everyone slowly burn to a crisp because everything's radioactive. Alright, so with a new ID card, we can go into link space with her ID card. We're gonna get quite the collection of ID cards at some point, but God, Mr. Music. I know I should have just gone into DOSBox settings and just manually turned down the music. That did not occur to me until the stream had started. Now these guys will let me through because I am king of the castle. Anyone who starts singing that song, incidentally, also forcibly ejected from the premises. I love that sound effect. Who are all these guys, by the way? These are all people wired into link space doing absolutely nothing? Or are they dead, slumped over their keyboards? No one knows. We never talk to them. Let's just put Anita's card in. Now, Anita has some... Please, Mr. Music, I'm trying to talk. Anita's card has some different apps on it. Actually, now that I think about it, Benito Steel's guy kind of pioneered the whole idea of an app. Except for not on your phone, but actually in your head or whatever. Anyway, she has a movie projector, which you use to play back a message from her, and you have this thing. Blind. Counter intrusion, countermeasure. What? That's a lot of counters. The author does not accept liability for brain damage. It was made by pig noses, so haha. Anyway, that'll blind the eyeballs. I don't need to blind this guy yet, but I do need to blind this one. And this is... Actually, I'm going to save my game here because he's a little tricky, this one. It's a timer puzzle. Let's see. Anita... Great spelling there, dude. Link... Nude butt. Yes, I am so fantastic. There's a timing puzzle, and if he catches you, blind him and then quickly click the exit. See how fast he came back? And if he sees you go, he'll just zap you and you get ejected from link space. You don't actually die, but... Anyway, here's the Crusader. He's guarding something, obviously, but we don't know what it is, and we can't get in there yet because he does... Fuck off, dude. Crusader will guard the system religiously against all known IDA's configurations. Not what you're thinking. I don't think IDA's actually existed in 1994. If they did, they were not the big, huge conglomerate that we know them today. So that's, that means something else, and I'm too stupid to realize what it is. Anyway, the hint here is religiously. And we will get an item later that'll make that make sense. But for now... Let's go into the movie room, where the movie projector will be used, and Anita will deliver some more exposition.
If that's you, Rob, listen carefully.
In the nude.
You're the only one who can help. I was supposed to make contact with an agent from Hobart. Trouble is, the rendezvous was in a park on ground level. And now I'm a D-Link, I can't get there. The agent's name is Eduardo. I don't know how he'll get to Link, but beneath the city there are tunnels. The remains of the old subway. That could be a way in.
So she basically just gave us a lot of shit to worry about. First of all, now we can go and have a chat with douchebag the gardener about what he's really doing here. And second of all, she's just oh shit, he's gonna zap me, isn't he? Why isn't he zapping me? Can I just pick up the suit? No, I can't. All right. I was just for a second there, that eyeball is supposed to zap me. He was just looking at me going, try something, try it, anything. I would love it. Anyway, she not only gave us a hint that I'm supposed to go and chat up this asshole, but also what I need to do in the future. I have to go through the subway tunnels to get to Link's core. Now, why would we want to do that? Let's go ask Eddie. Eddie boy. Prepare for another boring walking all the way to ground level thing that I would normally cut out of my edited Let's Plays every Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. CET. Mark your calendars, people. Or don't. Thankfully, these elevators aren't too far apart. But, you know, actually moving your mouse over this little tiny vertical slot, that's always the tricky business. God, I almost sounded like fucking President Nixon from Futurama. Which I promise I'll never do again. Alright, Eddie, you have got some fucking explaining to do. Although this is my favorite piece of music in the game, I am still going to turn it down a bit. As Mr. Gardner is about to give us the lowdown.
Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
He masks his pain. Now you're supposed to talk to him again until he finally gives up.
What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to Link?
I'm totally confused.
As was I when I played this the first time.
It's a living, self-replicating
And it gets
organ.
weirder.
Originally, it served as an advisor to the Council, but it has gradually taken control.
How? And why?
We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth, if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to Link space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shriebman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
Since I can't leave,
No
I'll just
chance.
become a freedom fighter.
It's bound to be guarded.
The
I
fucking
can
accent.
try at least.
You're really trying to, take this guy seriously, because he's the big, undercover agent tending plastic plants with a fucking Australian accent. It's bound to be guarded. I can't even do it. I've never been able to do a convincing Australian accent. So anyway, the virus is in Link space, and we can't get to it because, fuck, it's actually the thing that's behind the religious crusader thing. No spoilers there. Problem is, we can't really get to it. However, we might be able to go through the city sewer tunnels, as Anita told us. And that means the way is through the club. Now, bit of a distraction here. See, I was actually hoping that door would be open. Bit of a distraction here. Let's go to the courtroom and get that underway. Courtroom drama coming up. Now, in lieu of a regularly scheduled interloping of Link's underground fortress, we shall now attend whatever the hell's going on in here. And we shall resume our interloping forthwith.
Silence in court!
Loud fucking music. Jeez, that's louder than usual.
Security Services, Department of Justice, Inc. Judge Chutney presiding.
Which I'm told is delicious.
Court is now in session. Silence!
No one's saying
I
anything.
recognize that villain.
An habitual criminal if ever I saw one.
This is like a sketch they put
That's
into
Mr. Greaves,
the game.
my lord. The counsel for the prosecution.
Silence when you speak to me. Now, who is the first contestant?
This is walking a
Defendant,
fine
my
line between
The case
social
of Union
satire and just
Security
Monty
Services
Python-esque weird.
Versus Howard Hobbins.
Good old
Howard Hobbins.
Howard.
Come on up. Nice to see you, Howard. You're not nervous, are you?
And soundtrack's going to change a
Not
couple of
really.
times, and I have to go into
The
the options and turn
defendant
them
is
down
accused
every
of
fucking time.
gross contempt and assault of a security officer.
Intolerable. What have you got to say for yourself, eh?
I've been framed, Your Honour. May I elucidate, my lord?
Go on then, but hurry up about it.
Officer Blunt was investigating a complaint made against Hobbins. After questioning the defendant, he was the victim of an assault.
Ah! Monstrous! Off with his head!
Just a flipping minute. Who's defending me?
Defence? Is he entitled to any?
I'm afraid so, my lord.
On my soul, whatever next? Who'd be silly enough to defend this wretch?
Oh, they forgot to put that line in as well. He
Very
will!
well.
My friend the
Let's
inspector!
get on with round one. Fingers on the buzzers, everyone.
And apparently it only does
To
that
call Officer Blunt.
if you've told him that you're an
Officer
auditor or
Blunt.
something. Normally, Foster just walks
tell
up,
the court
shrugs,
what
and
happened.
then goes behind.
I was hustled.
Ah, Officer Blunt.
And is the culprit present in the court? That's him in the overalls.
It's gonna turn this thing down again.
I rest my case, my lord.
Good. Where's my black cap?
We're done.
We haven't heard the defence, my lord.
Is it really necessary? Oh, go on. Just don't take all day.
Now, I am going to try to get through this the best way I can, which is to actually bring the case to light. You can't actually, you can't acquit Hobbins. He'll get convicted no matter what you do. But you can get to the bottom of what's actually behind this assault charge of his. And it turns out it's all Foster's fault, really. Normally, I would be able to select it. Maybe the option comes later. I'm teasing this one.
Now then, Officer Blunt. What was the nature of your injuries?
I got very wet.
But you didn't suffer any physical harm.
I could have caught a nasty cold.
Now we need, we only have a select number of responses we can pick before the game decides to move it on, so we have to ask how he got wet and who lodged the complaint. Asking who lodged the complaint will let us interrogate Mrs. Piermont, because, dear lord, we haven't heard enough from her.
Who lodged the complaint against Hobbins?
We need to get that in there.
Objection, my lord. Defense is contriving to lead the witness.
It was a simple question. I wish to establish the seriousness
Foster suddenly went
of
to
the
fucking
complaint
law
made
school.
against my client.
I shall permit the witness to answer. However, I'm awarding Mr. Greaves 5 points for a well-timed interruption.
So who did lodge the complaint?
It was Daniel Piermont.
By the way, you can also not question him, and Foster will just go, I do not wish to question the officer. The judge goes, why not? Because the man is an idiot. I mean, just telling it like it is, but yeah.
What was Mrs. Piermont's grievance?
Cruelty to her pet dog. I interviewed Hobbins on 4 occasions, but he still hasn't confessed.
Did you examine the dog?
I tried to.
And?
The bugger bit me.
Tell the court how you got wet.
While patrolling on Bellevue, I was saturated by a sudden shower.
Did you ascertain its source?
Oh, yeah. I heard laughter from the walkway above.
He has a very... That would be the factory walkway? Yes, it would.
So, you saw the accused pour the liquid?
I couldn't see anything. My eyes were full of water. But I'd recognize his laugh anywhere.
No further questions, Your Honor.
And we're done with you.
I wish to call Mrs. Piermont.
Prepare for some ear screeching.
Piermont.
Hello, darling.
Oh, yeah. Down that goes, please. Hello.
Hello, Robbie. Hello, everyone.
Silence in court.
And we'll get to the bottom of this mystery.
What was your complaint against Hobbins?
He was abused, my little poochie poos.
Disgraceful. I haven't had a dog abuse case since the infamous Spaniel Mangle scandals.
Did you witness the alleged attack?
Not exactly.
Then how
This
did
is
you know
years
about it?
before Phoenix.
Did
Right.
the dog tell you?
Officer Blunt reported the incident to me.
Ah, the plot thickens.
Had you met Hobbins before this incident?
I don't recall ever seeing him. But one takes little notice of mere maintenance men.
How would you describe your pet dog?
Objection, Your Honor. This is a trial, not a dog show.
Objection overruled, Mr. Greaves.
Now the judge is getting interested.
I want to get to the bottom of this doggy business.
His vocabulary hasn't improved.
Darling. Everyone adores him.
Ah,
But Officer Blunt said it bit him.
That would be the uniform. He was mauled by a troop of scouts when he was a puppy.
Why would a troop of scouts maul a pup? Anyway.
No further questions, Your Honor. I'd like to question the defendant.
Ah, here we go. Here's the option I was teasing. Yeah. This earns you an extra point with the judge. No reason why, but, you know, Foster's getting into it, so...
Here's your starter for 10.
Good. An excellent opening gambit. That's the sort of questioning I like to hear. None of this did you or did you not nonsense. 10 points to the defense.
Did you assault Officer Blunt?
Objection, my lord.
Why, man, what's wrong?
Repetition, my lord?
Objection!
Objection overruled.
Are you guilty of assault, Howard?
Not me. I was fixing one of the cooling pipes, and it burst.
Was he fixing it with
So
sticky
Blunt's
tape?
soaking was an accident?
Not exactly.
Why did the pipe burst, you wonder?
Why did the pipe burst?
Some joker had cut a power cable and overloaded the steam release in the power station. That's what damaged the cooling pipe.
Oh, I see.
Oops.
Did you laugh at Blunt's predicament?
Laugh? I'd nearly wet me pants.
I would too. He's a dick. So basically, we caused the pipe to burst, showered him, and now Hobbins is sadly
Do you deny
going away for
assaulting
life.
the dog?
I wish I was kidding.
Objection, my lord. The question has no bearing on the case.
It is my duty to hear every sordid detail.
This was not the attitude he came to work with.
Well, did you assault the dog?
I never touched the brute.
Do you know Mrs. Piermont personally?
I'd only met her once. She wanted me to flush her overflow pipe.
It's a weird title for a porno, but yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
And now we have
Mr.
come
Greaves,
to the
you
conclusion.
may start the bonus round.
The facts speak for themselves, my lord. Hobbins is a cruel and callous man with no respect
And
for
now
law and
Foster
order.
kind of loses his
I
temper.
recommend the maximum possible sentence.
Any comments from the defense?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I don't believe this is happening. This is total madness. You've all been warped in some way. And I think Link is the cause.
Silence!
Not really
I've
doing the
heard
whole
quite
secret
enough of this
rebellious
nonsense.
character thing
So
very
it's
well, are you,
time
Mr.
for
Foster?
me to make my judgment. Howard Hobbins, you've won tonight's star prize. Life imprisonment.
Round of applause.
However, in view of your service to the city, I'm going to reduce your sentence. 2 hours community service.
Which is almost as bad.
Court dismissed.
And that was it. That was the courtroom sequence from Beneath the Steel Sky. Bet you didn't know that game had a courtroom sequence when you started playing. But, anyway, onwards to Vengeance. Or, yeah, well, Vengeance, actually. We quite like the
Excuse
Nita.
me. Hello, Mr. Overman.
Good
How did you
evening.
know my name? You're a member now, sir. It's my business to know all our members. Can I go in now? Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment. How come? It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
Again, the whole, what language have you set this thing to? American versus English. I spoke about that in the previous stream, so I'm not going to do that now. But, as you've noticed, the John, or the toilet... Oh.
What would you do if you found a body?
I'm just
Go
going through this
its
game,
pockets.
listening to all my
No, seriously.
favorite lines.
A girl I know has been murdered.
It's a sign of the times. There's nothing as cheap as human life, with the exception of this club.
He doesn't give
How do you
two
know it was
shits.
murder?
I only met her a few hours ago, and
But
she was fine
the
then.
love of my life.
My advice is to keep quiet. You can't help her now, so look after yourself. Or you might wake up dead one morning.
Weird phrase, by the way. Wake up dead. Not really how it works, is it?
Do you know anything about a subway?
I've dreamed about them.
Really?
First of all, I'm swimming around like... Then I get sucked up this long tunnel. It's all wet and warm, you know?
I was talking about a real subway. Never mind.
I don't know what kind of story he was telling, but anyway, let's just go in the club and leave this weird asshole alone. Here we go. Oh, and if you actually go to the club before you've learned all of this Anita business, there's a band playing here, so you can't complete the puzzle that you're supposed to do with the jukebox. But first of all, let's have a drink. I mean, it's
Excuse
a bar
me.
after all.
Can I have a drink, please?
No chance.
Why not?
House rules.
I want a fucking drink, man!
Excuse me. Do the rules prohibit me from drinking?
No, you can drink all you want, but I can't serve you.
You are the bartender, right?
Well, I'm not the cabaret.
I have no idea what he means by that.
How come you can get a drink and
Foster's
I can't?
really in on this. I
I
mean,
told you.
yeah, we.
It's the house rules. Colston would fire me if I gave you a drink.
I mean, we have to, you know, bring down the evil supercomputer that's terrorizing the city, plaguing everyone, and but fuck it, I demand to see the manager about that drink.
I'm gonna complain about you.
Please yourself.
I demand to see the manager.
Please yourself.
Are you gonna fetch him?
I can't leave the bar.
He's just cool as a cucumber.
Is the manager here?
He's around.
Who's the lady?
What lady?
There's only one woman in here.
Watch what you say. That's Bouncing Babs.
Why is she called Bouncing Babs?
She's the bouncer.
Can't you guess?
Oh, I forgot about those. She's famed for her pogo stick antics because of her ample physique. She's skilled at trampolining. Yeah,
Is she
trampolining.
skilled at trampolining?
You're remarkably astute, pal.
Never mind.
She has got one of the most annoying
Excuse
voices
me.
in the game. I'm dreadfully sorry. That's just... I love how they just, you know, when all the characters, excuse me, facing each other, then walk around each other facing the other way, because that's the... I hear you're into trampolines.
I hear you're into trampolines.
Get lost, you you little jerk.
Isn't that why you're called Bouncing Babs?
No, it's not. And before you ask, it's nothing to do with what you're thinking.
What am I
So
thinking?
how did you get the name?
I'm the bouncer.
There we go. Anyway, let's move this thing ahead.
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Overman. What do you think of the club?
The decor is really unpleasant.
The bartender won't serve me.
That's because you're a probationary member. Don't blame Barry. He's only doing his job. The
Well, I want to
liquor
blame
laws
him
have been
anyway.
tightened since last year's Baby Sham riots.
Hey, get on with the game, Colston.
All right, no need to get excited. I'm Colston, the manager of the club.
Pleased to meet you.
Cool one. And Gallagher, who was sitting outside Lamb's apartment talking weird. You don't even say hi. You just go, is there a subway around here?
Is there a subway around here?
You should be careful. Don't you know that travel broadens the mind?
Well, that was...
That's a good thing. Depends what sort of trip you're planning.
That's not the voice I was expecting. Gallagher has this sort of, low, rumbly, not Irish or Scottish accent or whatever the fuck that was.
Mind.
Anyway. To get to the subway, we have to go through this door. The door has a thumb plate. It's a metal plate and it reads thumbs. iPhone users know what I'm talking about. This was brand new technology back in 1994, and there are fingerprints on the glass.
There were greasy fingerprints on the glass.
But I can't just pick them up because, he's using it.
Hey, get your hands off my drink, Buster.
And I will, but I think we'll go and put on some music. Now, this is one of those trial and error kind of puzzles, but you basically have to get the manager
Hey,
to
music
leave
lover.
the...
If you're looking for the best in sounds, I got 'em. The music of the spheres right here on Earth.
Why do
So
they
come
put
on,
voices
get your
in
fingers on my
machines?
buttons.
Come on.
Let's make beautiful music together.
How offensive. Why they put voices in these machines is beyond me.
I'm all warmed up for you, baby.
Some Douglas Adams shit
Shut up
right
and
here.
let me check the selections. Oh, Lord. It's mostly country and western.
Foster has
Nobody's perfect.
music tastes
there
similar
are
to my
3
own.
tunes by the Resident Band.
So, what's your choice, big boy?
Fucking stop talking. And you're supposed to pick one of these, which will then get stuck, and then Colston will walk up and kick, or he'll fix the jukebox.
You search but
by
find nothing.
kicking it. And I believe it's this tune. You just have to let it play for a bit. Music incidentally composed. Oh no, this tune! I hate it! Oh, I thought it would get stuck. I'm just gonna steal this glass anyway, but... That was weird. Am I playing a different version? Because, Oh, that's weird. I was expecting the tune to get stuck, and then he would go down and fix it by kicking it, which you saw and... Strange. However, fuck it. Let's not even go. And they didn't even put the dialogue voice on the line of I fucking hate this song. I am learning new things as I'm playing this, and again, I've played this for somewhere over 20 years. I actually bought this when it came out in 1994. I was 14 years old at the time. So, that's quite a while ago. Alright, where the fuck am I going, actually? Another point where you might get really, really stuck as you're playing this game is trying to figure out what the fuck to do with the fingerprints. Because you have to... Mr. Soundtrack, please, could you keep it down for a tick? Fucking soundtrack kicked up again! And I was really stuck on that for a long time, because... Jesus, I really should have checked the settings. The game doesn't give you any hints that Burke actually has something fingerprinty. Maybe if I look at this machine.
A diagnostic computer.
Nope, that's no hint. Can't do anything with it. It just does a little spin. Woo! Wee! Okay, never mind.
Excuse me.
Mr. Burke. The ghoul. He's cool. Thanks again for the
Thanks
board.
again.
It's a pleasure to do business with you.
Bogger! Do I have to show him the glass? That's
Excuse me.
cumbersome.
Can you match my fingerprints to those
apparently
on
I
this
do.
glass?
Oh, yes. My machine will do that automatically.
What's the hint for that?
Not against the law, is it?
Other than he's a doctor and he's
gave you
got
that
weird
idea?
machines.
Don't security use them to check people's identities?
If they do, it's the first time I've heard of it. The usual procedure for identification of suspects is a retina scan at the post-mortem. Now,
Like after
about
you've
the
shot them.
prints you requested.
That's not funny
Open the
these
panel
days,
on
but it
my
was
machine
funny in
and
1994.
insert the glass. Then place your hands in the otodermatome.
Will this hurt, Doc?
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes.
Quite considerable.
Considerably.
Now we're gonna have Colston the manager's fingerprints. Thankfully, there's no sound effect here, but Hey, pants. Yeah, all right. So cool, and we don't even get the glass back, but we don't need it, because now we can go and head underground. There's another thing that's always bugged me a little bit, and it's done this in every version I've played so far. When you exit this, he actually walks. I mean, the line that he's supposed to exit is a little higher than it should be. Watch his feet. It's just one of those things. Like, when you see it, you can't unsee it, and you see it every goddamn time. Oh yeah, I have to click the elevator to get in. Alright, so now we can go downtown. Scintillating commentary, isn't it? I'm just gonna let the music play at this volume because I really like it. Oh, and also, if you talk to some people, you will... Now I can turn the music down. If you talk to some of the people at the bar, you can... they'll tell you that this used to actually be the subway station. The whole, you know, platform, or the thing in the middle of the club, that thing, was where the trains would go. The train tracks. So, yeah. That's why we know we have to use this spot. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, let's just get through the ventilation grill.
If it's for ventilation, it must lead somewhere.
We can stand
it's
on
made
this.
of thin chipboard.
And we'll try and open
I
the
can't-
grill. Yeah, you'll step on the box. Boom! That did not go so well. Then we will open this box. Pick up the wooden lid. Put that down on the box. Nice bit of animation there, by the way. And climb on top of the box. No, we can't get through the grill
is too
because
firmly attached to pull from the
it
wall.
is fastened, but luckily we picked up our garden shears. We picked up our garden shears. Oh, fuck me. Since when I restored the game, I didn't pick up the fucking garden shears. I go all the fucking way back. Alright, cool. It's right next to the screen up here. See, that would be where the train tracks go, and the stage is one end of the platform, and this is another end of the platform. And I think it's also called the station bar, or St. James is the name of the station. I'm sure that's actually accurate in Australia. I don't know. Oh, right. Sorry. So, would you please get off my cursor? Thank you. I have to look at the door.
The door has an old-fashioned lock on it.
And then we have to use the key card on the lock.
It's an old trick, but it still works.
And it still works an hour after I did it the first time. Cool. Right, Mr. Garden Shears, come with me, please. So that's Museum Station, and this is St. James Station. I wonder why they're so close together. Very bombastic sound. I would have loved to listen to the rest of the soundtrack on the Atari ST that Dave Cummins originally composed the music on. Sadly, I only ever got to listen to the closing theme. I never got to listen to this bit or any of... Because the music is really, really good, and reportedly, Dave Cummins was pissed at the work that they did with the music for DOS machines and for Amiga and such. He felt they absolutely shit all over his soundtrack. And that's where that story went. Now that's... Oh, right. See, I've never actually worked out why you need to use the metal bar on the grill. It's to... Oh, it's to puncture a hole in it. Now I've figured it out. Well, I forgot. Let's just put it that way. I forgot why you have to do that. But he pokes a little hole in it, cuts it with the scissors, and now we can climb through.
The subway. It's like a warren built by giant rabbits.
And we're not gonna get any further to the left here, so let's just go righty-heighty. And going further to the right. See, when I got to this screen, I thought, fuck, you are not throwing a maze at me. Not now. Not today, buddy boy. But actually, if you just go right here, there's just another collapse thing. So you're supposed to go here. It's also a very nice screen. And then we come to this screen. The bane of every player. Let's just save our game here. Hi, Mr. Arachne. That Noid Arachne thing. You see this little thing here? The socket? It's barely a pixel big, wide, whatever. The hotspot is so tiny. And if you try to cross the screen without putting anything in the socket, well...
There's something in there. Something horrible.
He just flat out just stops and just looks at it and... boom. Which is a cool animation. It's not so cool when you've seen it for the 4,000th fucking time, and every time you try and cross the screen... I mean, first I thought it was one of those timing puzzles where you just had to run really fast to get away from it. And by the way, we're coming up on a puzzle like that in a minute. But you're actually supposed to stick the light bulb in the socket. That scares him off for some reason. Again, there's no real hint as to why. Other than, you know, he doesn't like light. Now we can look in the hole.
No way am I going in there.
I wouldn't.
Whatever lives in there is scared of the light.
Actually, whatever does live in there. Who the fuck keeps a giant spider in the fucking... Okay, never mind. Here we are. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, the thing that had collapsed, and actually the train tracks that we're running on were on the... how do I put this in a way that doesn't make me sound like an idiot? The room where we got the shearers was actually the stairs that lead down to this bit. Because this is the other side of Museum Station.
It's the station's name.
Yeah.
Museum.
So, on the other side of this is the brick wall and with the stairs leading up, where we found the shears. There's actually an old advertisement poster for Anchor Insurance.
It's an old advertisement for Anchor Insurance. I wonder if Anchor's grandfather was a complete zero, too.
I think we can safely say yes.
The picture is covered with mold and dirt.
We're not supposed to do anything with him. Alright, it's time to be quick, because if we are not quick on the next screen, then we shall die a lot. I have to quickly click the exit down here.
Uh-oh, the tunnel roof doesn't look too stable.
While this funeral music plays and... Run! Run! Goddammit, run! There you go. You have like, I don't know, 2 or 3 seconds to do that. And then... this happens. The music just cuts out and you're in... I mean, I was in love with this game already while I was playing it. But when I got to this point and the fucking veiny tentacle thing just crawling out, oh my god, that was like, it was so nightmarish and I was literally, I mean, I was 14 years old. I was literally scared. Because all you hear is this thumping noise, this thumping sound effect of the vein pulsating. And oh my god, I love this so much. This screen is one of my favorite screens in all of adventure gaming, really, because once you get to the screen and you just go, what in the fuck is that? And how do I get away from it? Oh wait, I can't. So, good way to build suspense. And then you're basically stuck in this room, because you can't go through the door unless you do awful things to the vein, which, you know, of course, is a good thing. First of all, let's just get the brick that we need.
I've exposed the bricks beneath the plaster.
You can do that with both the wrench and the metal bar. This is one of the most useful metal bars in adventure gaming history. Ooh, you heard your little noggin. Get the brick. And let's get the piece of plaster too. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Because what we do now, something, again, a bit trial and error-ish, is you've got the big vein over here. Can't do anything with that, but there's a little swelling here. You can stick the...
it's penetrated the outer skin.
You can stick the metal bar in it, but it's not enough damage for the little medical droid to open the door and go out and have fun with that. So we have to, beat it in there, and that's what you use the brick for, but you can start by using the plaster.
That didn't achieve anything.
There's this inventory item, again, that's just there for flavor. Just there to build the world. Mr. Plaster, we will miss you.
Ugh! I made a hole right through the vein.
Yep.
Now it's stuck right in.
But we'll need it, so let's just pick it back up before Mr. Droidy here has time to do his thing. And you can just keep doing that over and over again. And this music, holy shit. Scary as balls. I'm gonna have to turn it down a little bit. But my god, walking around this this complex as a kid, I was on edge, and it was probably like 2 or 3 in the morning when I was playing it, because, being in high school as you are, and you're not really paying attention in school, are you? You're just fucking playing video games. I was. Shut up. Now the robot is relaxing, but we can just put Joey's circuit board into him. Again, a little pixel hunty, but it's quite obvious.
How do you feel, Joe?
I'm completely operational.
Joe's gone on fucking
and
Dalek
all
on
my
us.
circuits are functioning perfectly.
That's a relief. Is there any immediate danger?
If your presence here is detected, termination is more than likely.
Ooh. And that will happen. And in a very odd choice in plot telling or whatever, you actually have to get into an unwinnable state to get the rest of the plot exposition. Such, and I'll do that in just a second. But first...
Are there any other humans in this area?
Negative.
Are you really the Joey I grew up with?
Oh, wait, I forgot to
You
look
don't
through the
sound
windows.
like him.
That is unavoidable.
I'll show you why
My
in a
shell
second.
has a limited syntactic processor.
Oh well. At least you're not so argumentative.
Go fuck yourself, Foster.
Stay close to me, Joey.
See, if I had actually looked through the first window that we came upon, this thing, we'd have seen one of the Mr. Cool guys, one of the androids, walking around talking to himself. No one bothered recording his dialogue, but still. You are looking healthy today, why thank you. So, if you'd ask Joey, are there any humans nearby? He says no. Then he goes, what about the guy in the tank room? Negative. The technician is an android. I advise you to avoid contact with him or something. If he finds out you're here, he'll terminate you. And he fucking will. But first we send Joey
I want you to check out the tank room.
Please be more specific.
I want a detailed report on everything. Especially that android.
The android could be dangerous.
Exactly. I don't want to risk my neck.
I'll risk yours, though, because that is one versatile circuit board, and it holds up pretty well. I mean, you can beat it and batter it. It doesn't seem to do anything to it. Excuse me. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, he'll be back in just a tick. Monitor and controls do nothing, but they're fun to tittle with.
They don't appear to do anything. The screen displays the medical robot's status.
All right, Joey.
Give me a report on the tank room.
I was just gonna go to
The
sleep.
growth tanks contain developing androids. Nourishment is supplied from a tank. The temperature is maintained by convection from an underground source.
Thank you. Could you, get out of the recharge station, please? It's quite loud.
Tell me about the growth tank.
God damn it.
Access to the growth tanks is not possible.
Never mind. Can you follow me out here, please? That's a bit loud. There you are.
Tell me about the android.
It is programmed to safeguard the developing androids.
Is he dangerous?
It's certainly stupid enough to constitute a threat.
There's still a little bit of Joey snark left in him.
Tell me about the nutrient tank.
The tank contains chemicals on which the androids feed.
So, without it, they'd die?
Affirmative.
Is there a way of draining the tank?
Manual evacuation is achieved by opening a tap.
Oh, one of those things. I've heard about them.
Open the tap to the nutrient tank. That will distract the android technician.
That it will. And you're supposed to do something else, but I am going to save my game here and get some exposition going. Because... Android Exposition. Typing with one hand, people. Doing good. He actually tells you what's going on in the game, but you can't escape this room once you're in here. Once you're in here, you're dead.
A puddle? The tank must be leaking.
And then he'll step over the grating, but be fine.
Allow me to introduce myself.
We've already met several times.
Mr. Android.
I'm known as Walter, and I am the future.
You're not human, are you?
Now, whatever gave you that idea? I'm obviously not a machine, or an animal. In fact, I differ little from you.
You're talking of a future designed by Link?
Certainly. It was not Link itself. Designed by your own fathers.
What are Link's plans for the real humans?
We are all members of the same family. We can coexist quite peacefully until they disappear through natural wastage.
What do you mean, natural wastage?
Following the sterilization program, the old humans will slip quietly into extinction. But you need have no concern for the well-being of the human race. Or for the future, come to that, since you have no future.
Boom. Snaps our neck. So that answers the question, what exactly is Link up to? And why is it so important that we stop him? Because, well, Link has gone insane. Anita and Eduardo told us that. But we are not really sure what insane means. I mean, he's just making people a bit loopy. But it turns out that's not really, well, it's kind of Link's fault, but not really. He just wants to sterilize everyone and replace them with androids. That sounds silly when you say it out loud, but I think the way that they made the reveal in the game, even leading up to it, is actually quite clever. The only thing that's not really clever about it is the fact that you have to walk into that dead-end situation in order to find out exactly what the computer is about to do. So let's reduce the temperature on this thing. Pull the metal bar. That loosens the handle of the grill.
Pulling the handle has loosened the grill.
What he just said. I said it wrong. What he just said.
It allows the heat to rise.
That is actually the... And I know I don't actually have... Again, look at him walking on the steps. You don't actually have to turn up the temperature again. Because, you know, it'll work. But I just want the android to have a very nice, comfortable shower of fire. So, as you saw before, if the tank is leaking, he'll walk around the puddle. That means walking over the grill and boom, shug-a-loom, I believe is the clinical term. No more android. Ah, the steaming stuff of life. Nourishment for my little brothers.
Hello. I was not expecting a visitor.
We've never actually seen him do one of those lines while you're in the room.
The tank must be leaking.
And whee!
Humans 1, androids 0.
Good stuff. Now, the rubber dudes in here we will get acquainted with in just a tick. Can't do anything with the computer. Let's just head on over to
The casing is thin, but very hard.
I keep right-clicking, because right-clicking is usually examine from Broken Sword and upwards all through, you know, Widget Eyes games and such. Right-click is always examine, left-click is do. But in Beneath the Steel Sky, it's reversed. Left-click is examine, and right-click is
There's a
do.
rubbery man in there. So that's how androids are created.
Oh, actually, an android mom and an android father meet each other, fall in love, and, never mind. You're not old enough to know. Let's turn that down a bit. Because, as you could see, plainly, this door will not open. Well, it's plainly obvious, isn't it? And this giant fucking door with a locking mechanism won't open either, but it will if I use the terminal here. It will if I use the terminal here. Just have to put in my fucking card. Access to restricted area. Yes, please. Have you decontaminated? Open the fucking door. Also, let's just get a status report. Nutrient tank drain open. Possible malfunction of Walter 14. That was our little friend back there. Temperature surge detected. Investigation in progress. Emergency life support on. So, all the androids are still cool, which is bad. And also, investigation in progress is not good. I think we're about to find out what that just means.
You've saved me the bother of coming to find you.
Now his accent's fixed.
I should have guessed you were part of all this.
Why do you think Reich had to die?
That's
when
Gallagher,
he tried to
by the
kill
way,
you?
and I should have guessed
Or
you were
that
part of
meddling
this.
girl
Makes
who
no
tried to
goddamn
help you
sense.
escape? Link needs you alive, Overman. That's why it planned this family reunion.
All he's done is talk weird and play cards.
Rob.
Why should we guess he was part of this? That's some nice animation,
Stop!
by the way.
Tell me what you want from me!
You won't be needing this robot where you're going.
And down he goes.
It's an android. Aha! Another ID card from my collection.
And we'll pick up Joey's circuit board.
Poor Joey didn't last long in that shell. I'll take his board as a memento.
Or until you find another robot shell for him. Oh, anyway, Gallagher is a really strange villain because, like I say, you don't get any build up to what exactly he's all about. Sorry, is the chat open? Nope. Anyway, just had to check Twitch because there hasn't been a chat message at all since I've started playing, and either that means no one is watching, or I'm not doing this right. It's usually the second option, but I think things are going as they're supposed to. So anyway, Gallagher, weird antagonist, he just shows up. Foster's just like, I knew you were part of this, and then he gets killed. But what he does is leave you an ID card, like Foster said, for your collection. There's the holographic image of Gallagher. Richard Gallagher, by the way, is a real person, one of Dave Cummins' friends, and I was in touch with the real Richard Gallagher when we were trying to find out what had happened to Dave Cummins last year. Maybe it was the year before, and sadly found out that Dave Cummins had passed away, but I got to talk to a bunch of his old colleagues, including Mr. Gallagher here. Richard Gallagher was the first person to get Dave Cummins a job at, I think it was Exposition or something. Can't remember. Sorry, I'm not going to look it up. But anyway, his thank you for that was to name a character in Beneath the Steel Sky after Richard. So that's kind of fun and touching, except I have the sneaking suspicion that Richard's character wasn't as developed as it was in Cummins' original scripts. Alright, let's see what apps Gallagher has. He still has blinds, but he also has a thing called Divine Wrath. What does that do, perchance? Classified specification, Union security only. Can we please get the cyberpunk music to cool it? Even though it's in 5/4 time, and that's really interesting. What the hell did the eyeball just do there? No, don't want to look at it. Because, you know, Foster's naked and everything's like, well, you see my penis? See my penis? No. Never mind. We blind you. Go through here. That thing stays blinded a lot longer, and hopefully long enough for me to go through here, go all the way to the other side. And get the tuning fork, and there we go! Ha! Fooled you! Fucker. So what does the tuning fork actually do? Ah, shit, I picked... let's not do that. I picked disconnect. Range of modulation increased due to Class 4 variants in link defense. This was developed by Professor Piermont of Union Labs. This is one of those... I'll show you later. It's one of those apps that don't really make a lot of sense until you get to the point where you're supposed to use it. Hello, Mr. Don't want to go anywhere? No. See, the hint was that he defends religiously. Divine wrath will get rid of him. And Foster almost did the, that doesn't seem to make any sense. Okay. So once we get in here, that's where the virus is being kept. In space, apparently. The crystal here, you can barely read that, but it was developed by M. Tripp of Hobart Funprogs. So this is where they are keeping the virus. Protect applications from unauthorized eyes. Donations to Hobart Funware Incorporated. That's what the oscillator is for. Don't ask me why an app developed by Professor Piermont of Union Labs will... Yeah, don't ask. Anyway, the Helix. To combat the Caudel syndrome, checking the growth of rogue tissue in smart systems. Hobart Institute of Cybernetics. This is the virus. So, the virus is now on Gallagher's card. Let's all remember that. And the spooky music gets to be a little bit quieter, thank you. We're going to mess with all of you in just a tick. Oh, we'll have the tongs first. Oh, around this time in the game, Foster starts developing a little weird tick in his sprite every time you, when you were putting the card in the link slot, or when you took the tongs, it just has this little nervous tick before he does it. I don't know if that's intentional, or if they just, stop bug testing the game at this point, but, yeah. Oh, and, fun with androids. You can wake up one android, it'll kill you because it already has its memory banks loaded. Let's see. The Walter 2.4 development program, and he's nude. Character board not installed. This guy has nothing, so he's no good. He'll just go data error if you try to install anything on him. The dude on the right here already has his personality installed. Character board not installed. Character data is already loaded. Yeah, so that's bad. If you turn him on, he'll just flat out kill you. But the dude in the middle, open the console here. He has his R&M functions, that means he can move, but he has no character data. So I have no idea what R&M stands for, but I'm sure it's rigorous motion. Except there's an and in the middle. Fuck it, I don't know. Download character data. Operations. That's a lot of megabytes in a really short time, at least for 1994. Run R&M program. Oh, already defined. Run startup program. There we go. Turn him on.
How do you feel, Joey?
I'm not entirely sure, sir. I feel soft. And curiously vulnerable.
That's because you're practically human.
And that's Joey's
this
voice
feeling
without
of
all
insecurity
the
is natural?
distortion effects.
Oh yeah, you'll get used to it.
By the way,
Really?
sir, take my advice. Don't wake the other
Also, he got a
androids.
lot more polite all
Why
of a
not?
sudden. Starts calling
If
us
they've
sir
been
and shit.
programmed, they'll terminate you.
Now here's the thing. Do we rename Joey or not? I want to keep him as Joey because, for the hell of it, first of all. Excuse me. And second of all, because when you actually finish the game, he shows up to save the day, and they re-recorded the lines depending on whether you changed his name or not. If you change his name, it turns into Ken. And Ken is not a good name for an android. But anyway, it's entirely optional, but they actually went ahead and made sure that all the lines that reference Joey will also reference Ken, and they voiced them too, so... anyway.
Are we close to Link's core?
Almost certainly, sir. I can sense its presence. In a strange and mysterious way.
Like the old man. The pictures in the campfire. He saw it too. The evil beneath the city. And then he died with the rest of the tribe.
Foster, you're
this
losing
isn't
it.
the time for remorse, sir. You must destroy the evil and avenge their deaths.
If you say so.
Never mind.
Here's an old chestnut. The tanks aren't that interesting, but these hand
I'm
panels...
obviously supposed to put my hand on that. It must lead deeper into the complex.
So we'll just wait for old Joey to show up. Hey! There you are.
Place your hand on that lock sensor.
With pleasure, sir.
He's a bit chipper, isn't he? And now he's fucking stuck. Good job, Joey.
Hey, Rubber Man! What's wrong with you?
I appear to have a problem, sir. My hand has melted onto the door.
I don't like to leave you here.
I'll be free in no time, sir. Have you got an axe?
No,
Chipper
I
as
haven't.
always.
Why?
You could have used it to sever my hand.
That's unthinkable. Still stuck?
I'm afraid so, sir. It's frustrating, to say the least.
Oh, and we just need
Thanks
to
for saving
clear
me from
this
the
up.
android.
There's a little
My actions
foreshadowing.
were the only logical course.
Oh, he turned
What I
into
cannot
fucking Commander
comprehend
Data.
is how an android could behave in such an irrational manner. Why, it was almost as if he was human.
What did he mean by a family reunion?
Since your mother was killed, that leaves only...
My father.
You never speak of him, do you?
That's because I can't remember him.
Can't or won't, sir.
Never mind.
Never mind. So that's a bit of foreshadowing for what comes next. Don't ask me how Joey knows that my dad is still around, but yeah. Oh, maybe I should just show you what's on the other side of the door that we had to, you know, almost maul our friend, or at least get him incapacitatedly stuck to get to this. This Giger-esque nightmare of tentacles and veins and... oh god. Oh, how I love it so. Ah, yes. Welcome home. And this thing, which is apparently supposed to be this gooey, fleshy orifice that's, you know, reaching up, trying to... Except, it's not animated, it's part of the background, but...
It's sucking and stretching out for nourishment. That's the last place I want to end up.
So that's actually Link. That's the biocomputer linky thing down there. Just give me more sustenance. So let's do awful things to it. But first let's have some fun, because we can show pretty much any inventory item we have to Joey and try to break him free with
Rubber
it.
Man!
Not gonna work, but fun.
It's a block of clay and sand, hardened by baking, sir. Totally useless, sir.
It wasn't useless. It got me in here, fucker. Right, the shears.
Hey, Rubber Man! It's a grisly thought. But maybe I can snip your fingers with these shears.
I had already thought of that, sir.
Had you really?
Unfortunately, it couldn't be done.
I don't
My
think you
skin
did.
is far tougher than yours.
And a lot more adhesive, apparently. How about the tongs? Just yank on him.
Hey, Rubber Man!
Till he lets go.
Would these tongs help to free you?
Not a chance, sir.
How about the rope? We'll tie the rope around his...
Hey, Rubber Man!
And something.
Would this cable be any use to you?
This is hardly the time for bondage, sir.
Joey. Alright, leaving. Backing away slowly, in fact. Alright, so... First of all, we have this computer controls...
The computer is controlling the tank.
The tank full
and
of...
displaying its readings on the monitor.
Thank you. These guys. These are bits of tissue.
There are strands of tissue suspended in this tank.
Which is what Link is eating back there. But if we introduce the virus, it corrupts the tissue samples.
Ha!
Did you see the
The
little...
virus has caused the program to crash.
little ticky... you see that? And it's gonna happen again when I pick up one of these things. Like he's almost unsure what the fuck he's doing. And here's a timer puzzle. You have to freeze the tissue,
The tissue is frozen now.
Thank you. Just sticks that back in his jacket pocket. And then you have to haul ass and drop that into the orifice. This took me for fucking ever because that tissue defrosts very, very quickly. You basically only have time to get all the way over here, climb down the ladder. Come on, fucking do it. If you do anything out, if you just stop and talk or stop and look at something, it's done. The tongues are still... It's still good.
Yes, I've poisoned the sludge.
Yes, you have. You didn't give me any hint that was what I was supposed to do, and also...
At last, that must lead somewhere.
Why that secret door just
Much too far to jump
opens
there.
in the middle of fucking nowhere, I have no idea. But we can actually get through to it. Wait, the screen went dark all of a sudden, didn't it? By tying a cable around this pipe support thing. Just breathe in this environment, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, shit. Nice picnic area, eh?
The cable should bear my weight, if it doesn't slip loose.
You're not good with tying knots, Robert, so this whole endeavor seems ill-advised. But I am going to save my game because, my god, you can fuck up a lot in the next room. Let's call that the family reunion. There we fucking go!
If I swing on that, I'll either reach the exit or die. This could be the second most stupid thing I've ever done.
What was the first? Was that the grappling hook adventure? Because that was pretty clever. Took me a while anyway.
Father?
Is that Robert? Oh, my son. Why did you come here?
I thought you'd be glad to see me.
I did everything I could to stop you. You're in terrible danger. Get away.
I'm taking you with me. How do I disconnect you from the machine?
Listen to me.
This is so fucking
Link
creepy,
needs
but I'm
a
gonna let them
replacement
talk.
for my brain. And the best choice was someone related by blood. It sent Reich and his goons to bring you here. Link killed Reich when he threatened you.
But if Link wanted me alive, why did it wreck the helicopter?
That was my doing, Robert. I managed to wrest control from Link for a few seconds, long enough to cause the crash. I hope to spare you my fate, Robert.
I'm just gonna save my game here because this is where you can fuck up a lot. Just a little temporary save so I don't have to listen to all of that once again.
Joey, you're just in time.
Ken, you're just in time.
I thought you might need a hand, sir.
Aha! Funny.
I've got a bad feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
Link has rejected me. And without it, I'll die.
Now what to fucking do?
Help me, quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
Give him the kiss of life! Alright, while the game is hopefully paused as this dialogue tree is open, just breathe this in. You run in here and it's, you know, it's the old council. They're all dead, slumped across the seats. All these veiny tentacles have just popped out of everything. The computer is huge, alive, and ever-present, and it was just, you know, 14-year-old kid seeing this just goes, I'm into cyberpunk now. This is, and then, years and years later, James Dearden makes Techno Babylon, published by Wadget Eye Games, and it pretty much ends the same way. Instead of veins, he's got little bubbles of muscles and shit. But anyway, Techno Babylon, great game. Go and play that. I didn't spoil anything, hopefully. But this nightmarish shit is just, warms my heart. Alright, since the game was kind enough to let me I don't know who this dude is. Was kind enough to pause as we breathe in this awesome but scary, freaky scenery. Should we just finish the game? I just want to see him, give him the kiss of life.
Give him the kiss of life.
I don't have to use my tongue, do I, sir?
Just do whatever you can to save him.
Wrong answer. Brook just grabs onto his head, lifts him up, puts him in the seat, and now the voice actor really goes
Are you
for
all
it.
right, sir?
Do I look all right?
Help!
8-bit compression on that screen, baby.
Mr. Foster?
Foster is no more. I am Link. I am the future.
And we have now condemned everyone. Also, no one really knows how Joey got free. He just
Joey, you're
shows
just
up
in time.
with a severed arm, and we just accept that.
I thought you might need a hand, sir.
All right, are we ready for the home stretch?
Feeling about this, sir.
What happened, Father?
Link has rejected me.
And without it, you'll die a lot.
Help me,
Joey,
quickly!
What do you want me to do, sir?
see, the best thing to do, of course, is to put a sarcastic robot sidekick in the chair and let him duke it out with Link.
Sit in that chair.
Are you going to plug me into Link, sir? I hope you know what you're doing. Something is happening, I think.
Maybe.
Yes, I'm gaining control.
So Joey can
Found my
overpower
destiny, Mr.
a
Foster.
computer that's citywide, just spanning the city.
Can you ever forgive me, Robert?
And
For letting your machine kill my mother?
Please, try to understand. It was the greatest experiment ever devised, tapping the unexplored depths of the human brain, the potential of the subconscious mind.
You fused with this machine deliberately?
It was a well-considered plan, my boy.
Well considered. It was nothing but megalomania.
I had a dream. The fusion process was an apparent success, but the computer shared access to my human failings. It learned of greed, of vanity. It reveled in the power it wielded. I was almost powerless in the hands of this monster.
Which is the monster, Father? The computer or you?
Robert. Oh, Robert. You were my only reason for wanting to live.
And so we say goodbye to
Father?
Daddy Pooh.
Father! Too late. It's over now.
And he's just having a nap. So that was it, really. Never build giant
About the
citywide
vacancy in the
machines
sewage
and then
grading
fuse
plant,
with them.
Howard. Perhaps we should assign the position to Gilbert Lamb.
Yes.
Hello,
that's
Mr.
a
Hobbins.
Very, very good idea. What the hell is up with the
Son,
subtitles?
what do you want?
I've come to say goodbye.
You still plan to go back to the Gap?
Yeah, I've had it with city life. I'm certainly gonna miss you both. Why don't you come too?
We got enough to do. Getting Union City back to normal.
I reckon you'll make a great team.
Will you come back to visit us, sir?
Maybe.
I'm not sure about
I also
that,
like how they
Joey.
just put a desk
I'll be
chair
thinking of you.
up against the
Oh, by the
secret
way, Mr.
entrance that he
Hobbins.
swung through.
Here's your wrench.
Thanks, son. I'll need that if Joey gives me any trouble.
Goodbye, friends. And thanks.
Be vigilant.
Also fixed with sticky tape. And a rotoscoped helicopter. Boom! We're done. So that was... Can you just pipe down a little bit? Thank you. Nice bit of ending fanfare there, but yes, that was Beneath the Steel Sky, written by Dave Cummins, designed by Charles Cecil, David Cummins, and a bunch of other people, and one of my favorite, if not my favorite, game of all time. Looking at my Space Quest posters right now. Like I said in the previous stream, Space Quest is my favorite game series, Beneath the Steel Sky is my favorite standalone game. And it was still as much fun as it always is. So yeah. I'm just, oh, that was so good. Now we get a little medley of all the music bits that have been in the game so far. Music by Dave Cummins. So yeah, the best thing to do if you have a big, huge biomechanical computer controlling your city is to sit in the human interface chair and let it learn of greed and vanity, and then everything will just go splendidly. Or horribly to shit. As it did here. So, Mr. Overman, Sr., is now dead, gone, and buried. He didn't look too good near the end anyway. So now Joey's in charge. He's gonna get some bed sores from sitting on his ass all day, but then again, he's an android. He's got much tougher skin than the rest of us. So, he'll be fine. And Hobbins has used up his 2 weeks of community service and is now servicing Joey. I mean, Joey's not going to be doing much. He doesn't have an arm left or anything. And Foster just fucked off in a helicopter to the Gap. His entire tribe exploded in the opening credits, so I'm not sure what he's actually going back to. And now his best friend is staying behind in the city, so God only knows. We were supposed to get a Beneath the Steel Sky 2 at some point. It has yet to materialize. It's been promised many times, and I know that Dave Cummins had ideas for Beneath the Steel Sky 2, but he's never actually divulged them to anyone, and he sadly took those ideas with him to the grave. Unless Charles Cecil is holding out on us. Never know. He did, I mean, Revolution did register the domain name steelsky2.com at one point, and they were dangling that carrot during the Broken Sword 5 Kickstarter that if we reach this huge stretch goal, then we'll start work on Beneath the Steel Sky 2, and they didn't reach the stretch goal, but then they said, we are working on Beneath the Steel Sky 2 anyway, and that was a few years ago now, so yeah. What happens if I just hit... Oh, no, the credits just loop. I'm actually just stuck on this screen. Right, so... Hi. Just wanted to say a proper goodbye. I'm actually gonna turn off the game now. Game over. Player 1, be vigilant. I shall do my best, sir. So, let us have a victory sip of cheap supermarket cola to celebrate that we have finally, utterly, derisively, no, not derisively, what's the word I'm looking for? Completely, utterly, thoroughly, exuberantly, beat Beneath the Steel Sky. Yes, we have indeed. We have completed Beneath the Steel Sky on SQH Plays. It was a pleasure. It took me roughly 4 hours. 2 hour stream before the new year and a 2 hour stream today. And yeah, either my chat on Twitch is not working or no one was around to actually see me complete this feat. But as always, you can find these live streams in their entirety later on youtube.com. I'm good at this. youtube.com/SpaceQuestHistorian. I finally got that URL. Oh, excellent. And every Wednesday from now on, welcome 2017, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. CET, that's Central European time? I don't know. Denmarkian time. Anyway, 2 p.m. CET is when I will be doing SQH streams, which you have maybe just seen. Anyway, live streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/SpaceQuestHistorian. And you can also read my blog over at spacequesthistorian.com. And if you want, you can throw a bit of scratch at me each month at patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian. If you do that, you get access to the special Space Quest Historian backer chat thingy where you see candid explorations of what I'm doing and not doing and stuff like that. You get to, chat with other backers, and I show you guys stuff before anyone else gets to see it. All this stuff. So, all this pointless shilling aside, I just want to raise my glass to everyone who's been, supporting me or just watching me or laughing their ass off at how terrible I am at games and all this stuff. And welcome to 2017. And oh wait, I got a merchandise shop too. Don't know why anyone would ever want to go to there, but if you do, it's zazzle.com/SpaceQuestHistorian. There are t-shirts and shit. If you actually buy one, send me a photo. I would love to see someone actually wearing one of those shirts, but it's a little pricey even though I set the profits as low as it'll go. It's still, fuck it. Anyway, there's that as well. It was a Patreon milestone goal. I said I do it, I did it. So there's that. I think I have whored myself out enough already. So all I want to do, actually, it's 1 minute to 4, and I started at 2. So those would be the 4-hour stream coming together at pretty much exactly. Wow, could not have planned that better, could I? So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe on YouTube, do whatever you kids do. Please leave me a comment if you've enjoyed watching this on YouTube or whatever, and follow me on Twitch if you want to see more of this shit, or don't, or just follow me on Twitter at SQHistorian. I'll announce what games I'm playing. And if you're a backer, you can get to pick what games I'm going to play on the stream and such. Anyway, it's all... see, the Coke, it is telling me it is time to stop. Because it is now exactly 4 p.m. Danish time. And that means I will see you around the Chrono stream.